Excelsior, my marvelous Marvel heads. Welcome to Watch Us Lose, a special edition of Watch Us Lose, where we are going to be playing Marvel Champions with the new Sinister Motives. I'm Rob. Joining me today is Eric. Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Hey, Rob, ready to. I got murdered on this last time this game, but ready to kick some villain butt. I assume we're gonna do it this time. I made the mistake of playing a rodent. Didn't
Yeah,
make that same mistake. You can't trust rodents.
that's true. Those rascally rabbits. I
Are,
know.
are raccoons rodent? No,
No,
there's
they
something.
aren't rodents.
Uh,
The joke is Thor calls him a rabbit.
okay.
He's not that either. I am actually really excited. Ever since the base game came out, I wanted Spider-Man villains because Spider-Man is basically the only Marvel character I paid attention to in actual comic book form.
hmm
Um, and so to get Spider-Man villains for him to go up against is delightful. I know that possibly, so I'm going to be playing Peter Parker Spider-Man. You're going to try Gwen Stacy Ghost Spider sight unseen, so we'll see how that works.
Yep. I
Uh,
really sight unseen because while you like to play Spider-Man because you watched him in comic form, I know nothing about Gwen Stacy. Just that I thought I've seen her costume once and I thought that is a solid design. Whoever designed that costume actually put some good thought into that because
well,
that's a iconic looking costume.
so do you know the story of how she became a character? I guess I do know more about this than you.
Yes,
She,
you do, I guess.
she was a variant, a cover variant of something or other, and then people started cosplaying that costume because they liked it so much. And
Yeah.
that led, according to YouTube videos I have seen, and that led to her actually becoming a character in the Marvel comics.
Well, since YouTube videos are always accurate and without bias, as we all know, I believe that completely.
So today we're just gonna do we're not gonna go through the campaign. I'm not playing Miles Morales, which I know is all the rage for people doing YouTube videos on this to show off all the new stuff. I just want to share my joy at finally being able to be Spider-Man and fighting someone other than Green Goblin. So we're going to be going up today against Sandman. And I think this is going to be maybe a straightforward challenge. So Sandman
Okay.
is just a 1-2, although when he attacks us, um, that deals indirect damage, and I'll look that up at some point.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what that was, so don't depend on me for that.
Right. And then if the identity takes any amount of damage from that attack, resolve the Surging Sands ability on the street. So we have this environment in play called City Streets. Surging Sand says we're going to place one sand counter here. So whenever that fires, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck equal to the number of sand counters here. We can also basically use a basic attack, exhaust a character you control to remove sand counters from here equal to that character's attack rating.
And I'm assuming when the encounter deck runs out, we are defeated. Is that
We're
correct?
not defeated, but we do get a acceleration token,
Ah,
which means that threat is going to go up faster.
oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
This game is so panic inducing. I've never played a card game that could be more feel more rapid somehow. It's like so all right.
All right. So, indirect damage for the record is dealt to players or group of players. So, indirect damage dealt to a player or group of players must be split among all characters that the specified players control.
Oh.
So he's going to spread out and hit our allies as well. While assigning
okay, go ahead.
while assigning indirect damage, a character cannot be assigned more than would cause it to be defeated.
Oh, so we can't use our characters as shields.
Not nearly as easily.
Yeah. But we can decide how it's divided up, I guess.
Yes.
But it's got to be at least one to each player, unless you have a whole bunch of characters.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So we'll figure that out in play, I'm sure. And we only have one main scheme, hapless pedestrians. Sandman floods the city streets with rushing sands, putting innocent bystanders in great danger. After an acceleration token is placed on this scheme, so that's when his challenge or the encounter deck is exhausted or used up, deal 3 indirect damage to the first player. And if the stage is completed, which will be at 9 per player, so 18, we lose the game. So at the start of each villain phase, it will gain 1 threat per player, and it starts with 2 per player. So we're up here at 4.
How does acceleration tokens get placed on it? I don't follow.
So that's when the encounter deck is exhausted, when it's out,
okay.
and we have to reshuffle the encounter deck. We are going to put one of these acceleration tokens here, and then instead of gaining the 1 per player, we're going to gain 1 per player plus 1 threat.
I see.
All right. Does that make sense?
What sort of, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, because I have no idea. All right. So, yeah, we can do this. So I'm playing Peter Parker. I have more or less the out-of-the-box decks, although I fiddled with it a little bit to add a couple newer Justice cards. So I may have completely hosed myself by doing so. But he's our good friend in Peter Parker form. He generates a science resource once per round. In hero form, whenever he gets attacked by the villain, I draw a card.
Yeah.
Nice and straightforward.
Okay.
Gwen Stacy, however.
Gwen Stacy. So I picked Gwen Stacy for the costume. And had nothing about her, but Gwen Stacy's powers, I read it through a couple of times. I have no idea still. Gwen Stacy in civilian form can choose to either shuffle Ticket to the Multiverse from your discard pile into your deck, whatever that is, or ready George Stacy, who is apparently an ally she can get. So I don't know what either of those do. Maybe they're awesome. Who knows?
So I wanna point out that a discard party sounds like the entirety of my 20s.
There we go. Discard pile. Fine. And in her hero form, she has the same statistics as Peter Parker. Oh man, it's going to be a long stream if I'm going to be doing this all the time. Peter Parker. And she has dizzying reflexes. Response. After you resolve an interrupt or respond ability, so those are cards that I can play, on an event, ready Ghost Spider. So basically, if I play an interrupt or response card, I can re-ready my character. Right. But I can only do that once.
Once per phase.
Phase.
Which is different from turn. Yes, so you could do it during where's our little cheat sheet here? Did I accidentally delete it? I guess it's not in here. All right. Oh, this is problematic. Because I might need that. So there is our hero phase, and then we re-ready stuff, and then there is the villain phase, and then the turn ends.
Okay, so there are 2 phases.
Yep. We don't get to play a lot of cards in the villain phase, but we do occasionally.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so let's shuffle up and draw our starting hand.
Okay. Is there some trick to draw a hand?
Hover over and tap your hand size, which I think is 6.
My hand size is 6, yes. Consider 10. Okay.
And then...
Okay, and so that draws it into my hand, but I don't want to do that. I want to put it out.
Right, and then you can just... Right? Yep. And then you can just flip them into spaces so we can take a look at what you got.
What? Jump flip?
I'm helping.
Okay. So just drag them into spaces. I thought that was something special. Okay. Okay, so I have jump flip. When you would take any amount of damage, prevent 2 of that damage. If you paid for this card using a little lightning bolt resource energy, remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Web of Life. Web of Life is a support card, so I play that out.
Yeah.
Ignore this card's resource cost if your identity has Web Warrior trait. Do I have Web Warrior trait?
Your other side does.
I do. So I can play it for free.
Yep.
And response. After a Web Warrior ally leaves play, choose a player. That player draws a card. So if I get a Web Warrior to die, I can get them back. That's not bad.
Nope. And I suspect you have your allies are all Web Warriors.
Yeah. Ghost Kick. Ghost Kick? Shouldn't it be Spider Kick? I mean, I know it's Ghost Spider, but it's still mostly Spider. Hero response. Attack. After Ghost Spider uses a basic power, deal 6 damage to an enemy. Max 1 basic power use. What is basic powers?
So the basic powers are the ones printed on our identity cards. So recovery for the alter ego.
Oh.
And then thwart, attack, or defend for the hero.
Okay,
so when you tap Ghost Spider to thwart for 1, you can also use the Ghost Kick to deal 6 damage to an enemy.
That's nice.
Yes.
That's nice. Return the favor. Hero action. Does that mean I top my...
No.
No, I just have to be here. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a treachery. Reveal that treachery. Deal 5 damage to the villain.
Right. So
this is free, and I just deal damage.
So the downside of that, is you're going through the encounter deck quicker, and as we discussed, if you go all through it, we're going to get acceleration tokens. And we're already going to be going through it quickly because of Sandman. On the other hand, pounding away at him before he can win might be a path. So you got another jump flip.
Another jump flip. Can I use 2 jump flips in a row?
So Ghost Kick is limited, for instance, by max 1 power per basic power use. So like you couldn't... But jump flip has no restriction on it.
Pirouette Punch. When a card is revealed from the encounter deck, deal 1 damage to the villain equal to 1 or more of the number of boost icons on that card. Cancel that card's when reveal effect.
Yeah, that's going to be a good
Ooh.
one. So,
Nice. And then here's the problem.
yep.
It's like, okay, I like all of these.
Yes,
Which
you do.
one do I do?
So, you do have the option of doing the mulligan and discarding cards that you don't want.
I like them all.
All right.
Because I don't know what I'm going to get, and all of these are nice.
Yeah. Meanwhile, so let's see. I've got a swinging web kick and a daredevil and a black cat. Great responsibility. Emergency. I really wanted to swap emergency out because I never use it. I'm not going to be able to afford nearly enough of these, but I want to use lay down the law, which is going to remove threat right off the bat. Oh man, oh man. All right, so I'm also, just to speed things up, I'm going to keep all of these and just go with it. So, on this mod, our first player token is Mjolnir, all the way up here. Do you want to be the first player, or would you like me to be?
I'll be the first player, sure.
All right, so I think they have a button for that. Hold on a second. Let me take a look. I thought they did. Ready, discard random, toggle pins, first player. All right, so click where it says first player.
Oh, that's good, because obviously I couldn't just lift that on my own.
Eric, I think we both know that you are not worthy. Let us not pretend.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, with using Tabletop Simulator, I'm also not capable.
So, my friend, it is time to start our first turn.
Okay. Okay. I got a... well, okay, so I shouldn't have gone on my first turn. I shouldn't have gone first. I'm going to use the Web
do you want
of
me
Life.
to go first?
No, that's fine. I'm going to use the Web of Life to fuel a pirouette, a jump flip. So I'm going to save those two for Sandman attacking me.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I use the basic power, I deal 6 damage to the enemy. That seems pretty nice.
Right.
So I'm going to pay for that. I'm going to pay for that, use Return the Favor, and I am going to use Return the Favor, and I like Pirouette Punch, so that would be good to Return the Favor and Jump Flip. So, it's the hero phase, right?
Yes, so I will let you know that I'm planning on taking care of threat.
Okay. So, right.
So you can attack twice or something like that.
I can attack twice. Well, I mean, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna flip. And after you resolve an interrupt or response, so
like jump flip, ghost kick.
Ghost kick is a response. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So let's start off strong. I am going to. Whoa, didn't turn in not much of as I expected. That's because I have to set this to 90, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to attack for 2.
All right.
And
So
then
you attack for 2, bringing him to 30.
Okay, and then I am going to do a ghost kick. And I'll pay for that with Return the Favor and Jump Flip.
Okay.
And then, so that uh, deals 6 damage to the enemy.
All right.
And then my hero ability means that I ready, right?
Yep.
As I resolved a hero response. And I am going to attack him again.
For another
For
2.
another 2. That's all I can do.
All right.
When are cards dealt from the encounter deck?
During the villain step, because we go through all of our actions and then we draw back up and refresh everyone, and then the villain attacks us and deals out cards and all of that stuff happens.
Is that they attack first though?
Yes. They attack and then we do encounter cards.
So, before we move on to you, I could either save it for the Pirouette Punch, hoping that... Yeah, okay, I'm going to save it for... No, I'm not even going to hope. There will probably be something that has at least one boost icon on it. So, yeah, never mind.
Yep.
So I'm not going to do a jump flip, even though they're nice. I'm going to do the Pirouette Punch to cancel something horrible that comes out. Go ahead.
Well, you might do the jump flip, decide to do it once we get attacked.
Yeah. No, but doesn't the encounter cards come out after the attack?
Okay. Yes.
Oh,
well,
but
what I'm saying is...
If it does a ton of damage to me, I might want to do that. Yeah, right. Okay. Got it.
All right, so I'm up. So what was my plan?
Allies.
Yeah. So I've got the black cat.
Yeah.
And I've got Daredevil. So if I play Daredevil, I could go 1, 2. Okay. So Daredevil is too expensive.
Yeah, you can generate a resource currently, but...
Right. So I'm going to use that to bring out Black Cat. And then...
Use what?
I'm going to use Peter Parker's one and Great Responsibility for the other. Okay. Then I'm going to discard the top 2 cards of your deck, add each card with a printed science into your hand. So that's not printed, that's not either. Well, that stinks. All right, so I did that. Then I'm going to switch from Peter Parker into Spider-Man form and lay down the law. After you change form, remove 3 threat from a scheme.
Okay.
So I'll pay for that with emergency, and that will bring the main scheme down to 1.
Not bad.
Not bad. So Black Cat. So she can attack without taking collateral damage. So nice. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. So she's going to do another 1 little damage, bringing him down to 21. And then Spider-Man. So the city streets, hero action, exhaust a character you control, remove a sand counters from here equal to that character's attack. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to settle this down a little bit so that hopefully Black Cat will survive. So
what does the counter on the city streets do? I don't searching.
So
okay, so yeah, okay.
Right.
Maybe I should have gotten rid of some of that, but
no, I think hitting him you did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And that's a fine thing to do. So we knocked down this a little bit. It will now be survivable. All right. So I am done. So now we ready our cards. And then we draw back up to our new hand size. In my instance, that is 5.
Okay, mine is 5 as well. Yeah, I feel like I should. I said this before. I feel like I should have picked a different character because having 2 spider characters is surprisingly similar.
Well, we'll see. All right. So it looks like you picked up another Spider-Man, but this one is Miles Morales. So that doesn't conflict with the unique ones. So you could put him in play if you wanted to.
I could, except I got rid of the thing that allowed me. Well, okay. I could if I pay for him. He's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got web binding. When an enemy would activate, what does an enemy activate?
So that's when it either attacks or schemes.
Okay, so does that include Sandman?
That is, yes, that definitely includes Sandman. It could also include minions.
Okay. I got it.
Right, so now there's a new rule with this expansion called requirement.
Yep.
So in order to play web binding, one of the cards that you use to pay for it has to be a science type.
Okay.
All right, and so I picked up a helicarrier, another lay down the law, and genius, which will be very helpful for getting out either the web kick or daredevil, depending on which way we go. So, first thing that happens is 2 threat goes back on the main scheme, bringing us to 3.
Okay.
Then Sandman is going to activate, starting with you.
Okay.
You are in your hero form, so he's going to attack you.
Okay.
Your first question is, do you want to exhaust Ghost Spider to defend?
Yes.
Now that will leave you exhausted, but I think you're going to be okay with that.
Yeah, because I have a bunch of things to unexhaust, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping on using at least one of them.
All right, so you exhaust to block using your defense.
Yes.
So now you're going to click a button on the left side to deal a boost card.
Deal a boost card.
So he starts by doing 2 damage.
Okay, and then I flip this.
All right.
And
So
it has no.
it has 2 boost symbols on it.
It has 2 boosts. Okay, it has 2 boost symbols.
All right. So
So
he's
it would-
hitting you for 4. Your defense takes out 3 of that.
Okay, so my feeling on this
Mm-hmm.
is that it's going to be more effective to do the Pirouette Punch and cancel one of these cards that does horrible things and just eat the 1 damage.
So if you eat the 1 damage, you'll have taken damage and you'll take 2 more from the city streets.
Okay. Well, then I'll take 2 more?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's less good.
Right.
I didn't understand that.
Because the text on Sandman says if you take any damage from an attack,
okay,
you then do the city streets surging sand.
Okay. I'm going to then use...
Or wait, hold on, maybe I'm wrong. Resolve the surging sands ability. What am I thinking of?
I don't know. I thought the surging sands resolved.
Oh, yeah. I am confused. I got confused. All right.
Means we would put a token on here, and then we would cycle through 3 encounter cards, right?
Yes.
Although I could do both, couldn't I?
Yeah. Can you afford to do both? You have 3 cards.
I mean, I would.
You'll have no cards for the next turn.
I'll have no cards for the next turn. Yeah. Well. Visions. And I'd have to get rid of Web of Life and Destiny, which might be useful. Miles Morales costs 4. I'm not getting him out.
Yeah.
That's not happening. And I'll have just no cards, so I won't be able to do much of anything. Well, that sucks, but I still won't be able to do much of anything. I'm gonna just push forward, and I'll be weakened next round. But I'm gonna pay for the Pirouette Punch, or pay for the jump flip with Web of Destiny.
All right.
And I am going to do 2 damage to sand, prevent 2 damage, and remove 2 threat.
All right.
From the main scheme.
So you do 2 damage, which brings him to 19. And then, so your identity took no so you prevented 2 damage?
Yeah, prevented 2 damage.
All right. So you didn't take any damage, so you don't trigger the surging sands. And you paid for that with a lightning resource. So we're back down to 1 threat.
Yeah, I really think the key to this game is not to plan ahead. It's to take the opportunities that are in front of you in that moment.
I think you're absolutely right.
You know, because the first time I played this game, I was making all these plans for the future, and I got wrecked. Because I was always saving stuff to play later, and I just never got around to playing it. So, yeah, I think just spending it now, better idea. Anyway.
Yep.
So that's me.
So go ahead and discard that. Yep.
And then now you.
And now...
Oh, wait. One more thing. I get to ready Ghost Spider again.
That's right. That is right. All right. So I also am in my hero form. So he is going to attack me starting at 2. I don't have any nifty stuff. Well, actually, so he's initiated the attack, so I get to draw a card. I have another swinging web kick.
They're cool.
Yeah.
They're expensive as heck, but they are cool.
All right. So, when he attacks you, that attack deals indirect damage, which means that I would have to spread it out between Spider-Man and Black Cat.
Yes.
I don't have anything to ready me, but the swinging web kick doesn't... I don't have to tap to use it. So, I am going to block with Spider-Man. Is this how this works? I honestly don't know how blocking and indirect damage works.
I understood indirect damage as you just divide it up.
Yeah, so
the
I think
characters.
Black Cat is still going to have to take a damage out of this.
Yes. There's no way you can avoid that.
Right. All right.
And there's no way you can avoid Spider-Man taking damage. You can just decide who gets 1 damage and who gets the rest.
Right. But if I'm defending, I could put, like, so 4 damage comes out.
Yeah.
I could put 3 on Spider-Man, which is then reduced because of his defense.
Why does 4 damage come out? I thought 2
I'm just saying if, because of the boost.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's work this out. So Spider-Man will, in fact, defend. Draw a boost card. All right, so 4 damage.
If only we had considered this ahead of time, we'd be ready for this eventuality.
All right. So, I will be very curious to see in the comments later how wrong I am about this. But so I'm going to split that up. 1 to Black Cat, 3 to Spider-Man. Spider-Man has a defense of 3 and reduces it so he doesn't take any damage. And then again, if your identity takes any amount of damage from that attack, resolve Surging Sands, which did not happen. All right. So that was that. Now we deal out encounter cards, starting with first player. So go ahead and click the deal encounter card button.
Counter card button.
And I'll do mine.
I flip mine. Sand Clone. So this is
a minion. He's now engaged with you.
Yep. So, where X equals the number of sand counters on city streets. So right now it's a 2.
A 2 attack
ability. When defeated, resolve the Surging Sand. So when I defeat this creature, I have to cycle through the Surging Sand thing,
yep.
right?
Yep.
Oh. Well, that's annoying, but
yep.
all right.
All right, and I've got a common criminal. So we've got here, so first off, there's a surge. That's lousy. But then as an alter ego, I can spend a physical resource to deal 3 damage. But surge means I have to draw another encounter card.
Uh-oh.
Which is an assault.
Okay, so now I have Pirouette Punch, which is a hero interrupt. When a card is revealed from the encounter deck, deal damage equal to 1 plus the number of boost cards. Are there any boost cards on this?
No.
No. So do you want to just eat the damage and I can try to do something more interesting?
I think I can take 1 turn of damage.
Yeah, okay.
I think. So let's find out. Oh, except this will defeat Black Cat. Because it's his damage is going to be spread out. So if you wanted to rescue her, I wouldn't say no, but if you don't, I'll accept that.
Okay. Sure, I'll rescue her. It's only going to do 1 damage to Sandman. I would have liked it if there was more icons on that.
Well, hold on. Instead, what about doing web binding?
Okay. When an enemy would activate, cancel. Oh, cancel that activation.
Right.
If it was a, but only if it's a minion's activation, deal 4 damage.
So it's the same thing.
Pirouette
Yeah.
Punch does 1 damage. Web Binding would do no damage.
Right. Okay. My mistake.
And again, part of me says, "Oh, I should save this in case something horrible happens next round," but there isn't going to be a next round if you don't use it now. So I'm going to pay for that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what do you?
So on one hand, you're going to be out of cards, but on the other hand, these cards aren't going to do a whole lot.
No,
for you.
No, I can't get Miles Morales out. Web Binding would cancel. The minion. I'm gonna try to kill that guy. Oh, right. He does 3. What's my attack? 2. Oh, I can't kill him. But I could use the web binding.
Yeah, save it for the web binding.
Nope. You're on your own, Rob. Never liked Black Cat anyway. She dresses too slutty. That's what. There we go.
All right. So another 4 points.
Oof.
So. Oh, wait a minute. No, Black Cat is saved because you can't put enough to defeat her. We read that when I looked up the rules.
More than defeat her.
Right. Oh, more than defeat her. Okay.
Yeah, you can put 1 damage on her.
1 damage. She
3.
is defeated. Let's put that in my discard pile, not my hand. And then I take 3. Our first hero damage of the night. And speaking of black cats, get off my computer.
Now, does that activate Surging Sand?
Yes. So I have taken damage. Right. I took damage from Sandman. Resolve the Surging Sand's ability. Place 1 sand counter here. That brings it to 3. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck equal to the number of sand counters. So 1, 2. So the good news is we discarded Rhino.
Okay.
And I don't know what Rhino does, but I think we might not have wanted to deal with him.
Ooh, he does not look fun.
So that might not be the worst thing that happened. All right. And so this gets discarded. The criminal stays. And that ends the villain phase. So now I become the first player. All right. So what are we going to do? We are gonna do a swinging web kick.
Okay.
We're going to pay for that with Genius and Daredevil. Deal 8 damage to an enemy.
Not bad.
All right, which brings him to 11. Then, what else do I do? I don't have enough to do it again. Oh, wait a minute. Did I draw a card when I got attacked again? I did?
You did.
Okay.
Oh, when you got attacked again? No.
Right. Right? Because I got attacked twice.
You did get attacked twice.
All right. So, you know what we're going to do? Here's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do another swinging web kick.
Oh, wow.
We're going to do another 8 damage. which will bring him to 3.
Nice.
And then Spider-Man is going to run home to Aunt May and try not to get the crap beat out of him. So that will end my turn.
I have a minion engaged for me. Does that mean I can't do anything about the hero action for the surging sands?
So because he doesn't have any special abilities that say otherwise, you can do that minion does not restrict you in the least.
So I could attack Sandman.
You could attack Sandman, you could thwart, you could do you could do whatever you want. There are some abilities that minions have, such as guard.
Okay. So, that is a tough call. Because most likely he's going to hit me.
Yeah.
And I cannot push him over the edge this time. If I could do 3 points of damage, that would be one thing. But getting rid of Surging Sands also reduces the power of the Sand Clone. But I'm going to kill the Sand Clone this round. Unless I don't want to. No, I want to.
A game of hard choices.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I am going to be boring. I am going to just deal with the surging sand. Would have liked to burn a few cards out of my hand before doing that, but I'm holding on to the web binding to kill off this minion, because I can't kill off the minion as is. So I'm going to just do 2 on this. How do I... State?
Right click.
Yeah, state.
State?
So,
wow.
Right, down to
Okay.
1. Right? I'm doing that right?
It reads 1. That's what we needed to read, so you did it.
Okay, so, and that's all I can do, I guess.
Okay. So, let's ready our cards. Draw up our...
Man, I am hurting for cards.
All right. Things just got better for Peter Parker. You've got another Spider-Man.
I got 2 spider.
Who the hell is Hobie Brown?
It's another... I guess it's an alternate universe. Except I can't... If I'm gonna do the web binding, I can't play any of them.
Right.
Which I want to do to get rid of this guy.
Yep.
Or I could just eat it for 1 round.
Yeah, there is that.
And...
All right. So, I am the first player. The Sandman activates. He schemes. Because I am in my alter ego form. He has a base scheme of 1. And then I'm going to flip this over. Boost. Reveal this card. All right, so it has a little star at the bottom instead of a boost symbol. So that means that when this is drawn as a boost, you actually have to do the thing, which is attached to Sandman. So he's in sand form. When you would do any amount of damage to Sandman, discard sand form instead. Then resolve the Surging Sands ability on city streets.
Okay.
So that's not a lot of fun, but there we go. And so he schemes. Oh, so first thing that happens is we put the 2 on for normal, and then he schemes for 1. And then the common criminal activates, and
There's a scheme of 0.
right. So that's going to be okay. So now that ends my part of this. And I'm having trouble. Let's see, did that do it? No. There we go. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit while you resolve your thing to deal with a pest. Because I have a black cat who is very annoying.
Okay. All right. So I guess I am going to talk and no, Rob, I don't know what the round order is. Does Sandman do something?
First is the villain activation.
Okay, the villain activates. So the villain attacks, and then I deal a boost card, correct?
Right. So first you have to decide if you want to defend.
I do want to defend. And then I deal a boost card. And I flip it. It does have no stars, so it's 2 damage, but I don't take that.
So you don't have any allies that you have to spread it out among.
Yep.
So 2
I
minus 3. Yep.
Just discard the boost card.
Mm-hmm.
2 damage, 2 defense, or 3 defense, so I'm good. And then the sand clone attacks. I can't defend against the sand clone, right?
Correct.
Okay, so now.
Right.
I could take out the sand clone, but I could.
You could.
I could do things. But everything is expensive.
Everything is expensive.
Everything is too expensive.
So what one thing do you want to do?
I don't know. I think our game is over. I can't decide. Well, it's been fun playing with you. We are now at an
There's a little known lose condition in Marvel Champions, which is breaking one of the player's brains.
Yep, we hit that one. So I'm going to.
You've taken no damage. We only have 3 more on this.
I'm just going to take the damage and not play anything.
Okay.
So I am going to. Oops, that's the wrong direction. Take 1 damage. That doesn't count for the Surging Sands because that's someone else.
That's
right?
Correct. Yep.
And so I don't get to untap though because I didn't play any responses.
That is true. That is true.
But that's that, and I am now done with that part.
All right. So that ends our turn. You are now the new first player.
Wait, don't we have to?
Oh, yeah, we have to do all that other crap. All right. Thank you. I get so lost in this game. So go ahead, draw your encounter card. Someday I'm going to teach you Spirit Island, where I get even more. Oh, fuck this. All right. Shadows of the Past. When revealed, reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion and put it into play. Engage with you. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis side scheme and put it into play. Shuffle the rest of your set-aside Nemesis encounter decks. Counter set into the encounter deck.
Does that have any boost on it?
It has...
Yes, it has two. Nope, 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 nope. I am pirouetting punching that away.
All right.
And I hate throwing out minions, but that's
we don't have minions. We have allies because we're good
allies.
Guys.
Oh, sure, fine. Well, that's what you're saying. Miles Morales, I'm never getting him out.
Mm-hmm.
That is just not happening. But I still want to hold on to the web route binding. After you play Silk from your hand, another Silk will just.
So if you control, if you have to have one of the card out and you're having trouble getting that out.
Yeah. I'll discard Silk.
All right. So a Pirouette Punch. So you're going to do 3 damage to...
Now, does this sand form count?
Oh, shoot. Yes, it does. Right, so when you would deal any amount of damage to Sandman, discard, sand form, and resolve. All right, so you don't actually do the 3 damage, but we do discard that. And then we add a counter here. And discard 2 of these.
So, and now I get to ready.
Mm-hmm.
My Ghost Spider, because that's her power.
So that helps.
And Pirouette Punch goes here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot about Sandform when I was first doing that, but I still think not having your Nemesis out is helpful, right?
Yeah, yeah, especially because it's the Vulture and he eats up cards.
Okay, so now it's my turn.
Yep.
Friends and family. While in hero form, increase the cost of each event you play by 1. Alter Ego. Discard 1 identity-specific card from your hand to discard the obligation.
All right. So, that's going to stay in play. As a hero, all your costs are going up by 1 until you flip to your Alter Ego and discard one of the cards that has Ghost Spider's face on it.
So web binding would be an example.
Web binding would be an example. So you see how Hobie Brown has a basic at that same space? So that's a basic card. Web binding is a Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider specific card.
Okay. Who the heck is Hobie Brown? Never heard of this dude.
All right. Take the first player.
Okay. Everything costs too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I need to get rid of this obligation or I am just dead. Because now I can't pay for anything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to flip to Gwen Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
And I will discard web binding, even though I really wanted to use that.
I know.
But this is just gonna I can't use it while that thing is in play. So
right.
And I'm left with Hobie Brown, whoever the heck that dude is. So how do I just take this up here?
Yeah, is it discard? Yeah. Yep, just drop it right there.
Okay. And that's literally all I can do.
Well, the last thing you can do is exhaust her to at least recover 1.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's me.
All right, so that's you. I, however, as much as I would... Oh, you know what? Yeah, all right. So... Oh, okay. Okay, so this is me thinking a bunch. Oof. All right. No.
You
Okay.
would think with all the noises we'd make, we'd come up with better schemes or better plans. You would think. I'm in villain mode, apparently. I'm saying we have minions and schemes.
Yeah.
No, we have plans and allies.
Yeah.
We're totally different from the villains, and they're not going to say we're much alike, you and I. That's not going to happen. But
so
with all the noises you make, you would think we'd come up with better plans, but we really don't.
All right, so with Peter Parker special and energy for 2, I'm going to put Mockingbird into play. And when she enters play, we stun an enemy, which I think is going to help us this turn.
Yeah.
And then I am going to... Man. Oh man. I think I have to.
Yeah. Can you heal and then flip over?
Yeah. I can indeed. So I heal, bringing myself back up to 10. And then I go into hero mode. How's our thwart? 4. Okay. We're gonna stick with that. So that is all we're gonna do for now. Yeah. No, that's not all we're gonna do, because Mockingbird exists, and she's for crap like this. So she's going to... Oh, wait, hold on. Do I have... These are too good to spend on... Shoot. No. Okay, so while I am in... Oh, God, I hate this. While I am in Peter Parker mode, I am going to spend a backflip. No. Yeah, a backflip as a alter ego action. Spend a fist resource, deal 3 damage to the common criminal. So that will defeat it. If this minion is defeated this way, choose to either draw 1 card or remove 3 threat from a scheme. As much as I'd like that card back, I'm going to bring the scheme back down to 1. And then you're the first player, so oh no, he's going to scheme against you.
Yeah.
So he's not going to attack me.
Why would he attack you?
Because he activates against each of us.
Oh, okay.
But he's going to scheme against you because you're in alter ego form. Mm-hmm. And then when he attacks me, he's going to get rid of his stunt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So she's gonna hit him for 1 more. That seems silly.
1 is 1.
1 is 1.
I mean, these allies do not last.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So he's down to 2. We're almost there. All right. So that ends my go.
Okay.
So we ready our cards. And draw back up to our hand size. Oh, now I get First Aid and Aunt May. That's lame timing. All right. What have you got here?
Let's see. So I have Phantom Flip, hero response. After Ghost Spider uses a basic power, remove 5 threat from a scheme. Nice. That's useful. I've got another one of those. Less useful to have them stacked up like that, but still. Energy, which is nice to pay for stuff. And I have Doesn't Kill Me, requirement of a strength icon. Heal 2 damage from your hero, ready your hero. Oh, that's okay. And Bait and Switch. Hero action thwart. The villain attacks you, remove 4 threat from the main scheme.
So that causes the villain to attack you.
That doesn't seem good.
Well,
Especially with Sandman, who's doing these Streets of Sand and all this sort of stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There's situations where I could see that being useful, and some where I don't. All right. So, 2 more threat goes back on the scheme.
Okay.
Sandman activates against the first player. You're in alter ego form, so he's going to scheme. So go ahead and draw a boost.
Okay. That's an encounter card. Deal a boost card. Okay. 1.
1. So we're going to add 2 to the main scheme.
Okay. Discard the boost card.
And now he would attack me as the second player, but he's stunned. So that comes off instead. Actually, to back up, the Sand Clone also schemes for 1.
Yep.
All right. Then draw your new encounter card.
Okay. Let's see. Calling in a favor. When revealed, Rhino schemes with +2 scheme. If Rhino is not in play, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Rhino and put him into play engaged with you. Well, that's annoying.
That is annoying.
Especially since we got rid of him, but...
well,
right,
I mean,
Rhino.
that's a couple turns where he wasn't in play.
What does Rhino do? Rhino is tough.
Rhino is tough. In fact, he's so tough he is steady. Steady characters require 2 status cards, such as tough, of the same type to be stunned or confused. Rhino's attack gains overkill and piercing. So overkill is if you defend with a minion, extra damage will come onto you. Piercing, is that in... I don't know what that keyword means. Because I don't have any of the expansion rules handy at the moment. So we'll worry about that in a little bit.
I may just stay in my alternate identity for a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't scheme at least.
Yeah.
He's not much of a schemer. I, meanwhile, have Gang Up. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. Alright, so I'm attacked. So first thing that happens is I draw a card. And I got another for justice. Then... Alright. So I'm not going to defend. He attacks for 2. and the boost does 3. So I'm going to put 1 onto Mockingbird because of the indirect damage. I'll put the rest on Spider-Man, and I will use Backflip to prevent any amount of damage.
Okay.
All right. So I guess I'm the next. All right, so piercing. An attack with the piercing keyword discards any tough status cards from the target attack before dealing damage.
Okay.
So we're not really tough, so that's not a huge issue. So I'm now the first player.
Yep.
All right. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So we could get rid of some threat. I think we might be okay for threat at the moment. So do I defeat? Yeah, let's do this. All right. So I'm just going to do a straight up attack against the Sandman, which will advance him to level 2. So he's at 36. When revealed, resolve the Surging Sands ability on city streets. So we go up to 3. 1, 2, 3. And then again, he has the Force Interrupt on Sandblast. When Sandman attacks you, the attack deals indirect damage. If you take any amount of damage, resolve Surging Sands. All right. 36. He just got a lot tougher.
Yeah.
So I don't want to discard Aunt May to pay for Webbed Up, but I think I might want to pay for Webbed Up. So we're going to spend all 4 of these to web up the Sandman.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's going to do as much as the Rhino. All right.
And web up is 2.
So the first time he attacks, he's going to, instead of attacking, discard Webbed Up and then get a stun on him. So that would cancel 2 attacks effectively.
So against you and against me, basically.
Right. Unless you stay in alter ego form.
Yeah, I don't think I am.
Okay. And then we are going to do another damage with Mockingbird to at least hit him for 1. All right. So that's all I've got.
Okay.
It'd be kind of cool to see either Ticket to the Multiverse or George
Yeah,
Stacy.
her power would be nice to see, but I'm gonna flip her over, and I am going to spend energy. Well, I'm gonna flip her over first. Yeah, I'll spend energy and bait and switch.
That sounds fair.
because I'm not in a place where I want to attract attacks. To get Hobie Brown out, who I searched Wikipedia, and comics are weird, man. Just just weird. Um, she's gonna do that, and then I'm gonna have Spider Gwen use her power to reduce the city streets.
Okay.
And so that reduces it by 2, right?
Yep. By 2,
And
so it's down to 1. It was at 3.
okay, you did it.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's reduced by attack, right?
Correct. But only by the hero.
Only by the hero. Okay, so Hobie is going to thwart.
Ooh.
Take 2 damage and reduce the active scheme by 2. I'm going to then use Phantom Flip, paying for it with a Phantom Flip and a What Doesn't Kill Me. When Spider Gwen uses a basic power, which she did, right?
Right. So this would have happened before you did all this other stuff.
Before
yeah.
Hobie did. Yeah. So actually, Hobie's not going to thwart. Can I undo that?
Sure.
Because I just saw it reduces by 5. I thought it was by 4. So put 2 back on and then remove 5, so it's down to 1. Because thwart, as Ghost after uses a basic power, remove 5 threat from a scheme. Okay.
All right.
So that readies Ghost Spider again.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to do. I am going to clear off. Do I chip away at the Rhino, or
I have no idea.
Do I? The Sand Clone is so freaking annoying.
Yeah.
But I could kill it, and it would be a source of damage I wouldn't have to worry about. Yeah. So Spider Gwen is going to attack and do 2 damage to the clone. Hobie Brown is going to attack and do 1 damage to the clone and get rid of it.
All right.
When defeated, resolve the Surging Sand ability thing. So we add a token and discard 2 cards. Right?
Yep. So I added a token, discarding Sand Form and Assault.
Okay. Oops, wait. I should not have readied those yet.
Right.
And that's all I can do because I am out of cards and out of things to tap.
All right.
Except I got to put 1 damage on Hobie. Hobie killed Norman Osborn with a guitar, apparently, because he's a punk rocker.
I'm gonna bet that Norman got better.
Well, this was an alternate universe.
Oh,
so
of course.
I don't think.
Of course.
I mean, after that, we didn't see. I don't think we talked about him anymore. No, okay. According to Wikipedia, he was later recruited by Otto Octavius in Peter Parker's body to join an army of Spider-Men because comics are bizarre.
And in fact, I think it was announced as part of the new Spider deck that Spider Octavius is going to be an ally in an upcoming set.
Okay.
So, comics, everyone. All right, so we go into the villain phase, right?
All right.
We've both done our stuff.
So we ready and draw our hands, right?
That is correct. And I've already put the 2 threat on. I can't believe I discarded Aunt May. Oh, okay. So I got some good stuff.
Okay, let's see what I got. Another Pirouette Punch, which is useful. Something new. Web bracelets. Oh, this is an upgrade. After you resolve an interrupter responsibility, exhaust web bracelet, draw 1 card. Oh,
Nice.
that is nice. And then I've got parental guidance, alter ego. If George Stacy is in play, well, it would be nice if I had him. Attach 1 event from your hand or discard pile face down to George Stacy. If George Stacy is not in play, search your deck. Oh, and I can get him.
Yep.
I don't know how useful he is.
I bet he can play those cards.
Yeah. Genius, which is useful.
Yep.
To pay for stuff, and another ghost kick.
All right.
After Ghost Spider uses a basic ability. Okay. That's useful.
So, hero villain activation. So we did the threat. He activates against me. I'm in hero form. But he has webbed up, forced interrupt. When attached enemy would attack, discard, and then stun that enemy. So we'll bring that down to here and come back over to here with a stunned. And I don't have any minions, so that's okay. So now he's going to attack Ghost Spider. But he's stunned, so instead he will get rid of that.
Okay, I think that was a good call.
Yeah,
I think that got us some breathing room we desperately needed.
Because now Rhino's going to attack you.
Yeah, Hobie, I barely knew you. Hobie takes the hit.
So there will be extra spillover,
wait.
But only 1. Because he's going to do 3 damage. 2 of it will land on Hobie, and 1 will hit you.
All right, fine. I will take the 1 damage. Do I want to do that? Yes. I do. I will take the 1 damage. Okay, and that's that.
All right. So now, encounter cards. A sand clone. But he doesn't do anything interesting right now. What do you got?
I got Sand Smash. When revealed, the surging sand ability on the city. That's not it. When revealed, Sandman attacks you with an attack +1.
All right. So he's got 4 plus a boost card coming at you. Do you want to defend?
Plus a boost card.
Or
I could just stop him.
Yep.
And do 3 damage to him.
Yep.
Except
I know.
Except I can't pay for anything. I'm gonna have to get rid of the web bracers. They're really nice, but I just have to burn them so that I can get a ghost kick out, which does a lot of damage.
Yep.
So yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm going to use the Pirouette Punch, which means I do 2 damage to Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay for it with the web bracers and parental guidance. Who needs parental guidance? And that will be that.
All right. He's down to 33.
Yeah.
And you can discard Sand Smash. You are now the first player.
What the hell do I do?
Well, clearly you ghost kick.
Yeah, but that's in response to doing something. The Steam is at 3 only.
Yeah.
So I could just kill Rhino and get him off the game board.
That's true.
Because I would do 2 and then do 6. Yeah, I think just getting him, he is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I normally advocate, keep your eye on the goal, which is to do damage to the villain. But Rhino, that's a problem you got to deal with.
Well, we can do more. I am going to tap Ghost Spider, and do 2 damage to Rhino. Then I'm going to use Genius to pay for a Ghost Kick, which does 6 damage to an enemy, which is to Rhino. That will get rid of him. And I put him just here.
Yep.
Okay. But then I get to ready Ghost Spider again.
Yes.
And then I'm going to tap Ghost Spider to do 2 damage to Sandman.
All right. Not bad. So I have to decide what to do with my cards. All right. I have to. So what do I see here? So I have a blank for that. So I could spend 1, 2, 3 to do a swinging web kick to do another 8 damage.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man is awesome.
Yeah, with the web kicks, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I just
they
meant
hurt because you have to pay so much for
Yep.
them. But
I just meant in general.
Spider-Man with those web kicks are really tough. One day I want to play this game with Hulk. I just want to see what Hulk is capable of, because he's got to have some massive stuff in him.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Maybe he's just...
All right, and now Mockingbird. Mockingbird. You're about to be wiped out by Sandman anyway, so I could keep you around to take a point of damage. But you know what we're going to do? We are going to put 1 point of damage onto the Sand Clone. Which will defeat Mockingbird. And then, do I get rid of the Sand Clone and get rid of 2 more cards? This is going to happen eventually anyways. So, yeah, let's just finish this out. So we're going to attack him, do 2 more damage, which will defeat him. So a third one comes onto here. We get rid of 3 cards. 1, 2. Another Sand Clone went away. An Advance went away. That makes me okay. All right. So that ends my turn. So we ready and draw up our hands?
All right.
All right, so I got Jessica Jones and Nick Fury. Another enhanced spider sense. Spider UK.
How do you drop a I don't know. Never mind. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like I should be getting these guys out, but I'm really not.
Yeah.
Return the favor. Discard the top from encounter deck until you reach a treachery card, and deal 5 damage to the villain. Huh, well, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Except you have to go those across the Spider-Verse. Max 1 per deck. Exhaust a Web Warrior card you control. Search the discard card for a Web Warrior ally and put it into play.
Oh, that would have been useful a while ago.
Choose player. That player may spend 3 resources of any type to repeat this ability. Do you have Web Warrior cards?
I do not.
Okay, so then it doesn't really help.
Yeah.
Oh, I could do it for me.
Yep.
Okay. Plan B, play under any player's control, max 1 per player. Exhaust Plan B and discard a random card from your hand. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. That doesn't seem so great. And then, again, the web bracelets, which are pretty awesome. All right.
All right. You're up. We just need 23 damage.
So Web Warrior cards are just people.
They're just allies, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm lead player now?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea what I am doing.
Yeah. These cards don't really speak out a plan.
Yeah. I could deal 5 damage. No. I'm gonna exhaust Plan B and return the favor to get the upgrade up here.
I approve.
That gets web bracelets.
Yep.
And then I can't do anything else. So that's that for playing cards. Did you up the threat?
That's at the start of the villain phase.
Oh, okay. So let's see.
Though perhaps I missed it last turn.
It's at 3. I'm just gonna attack, I guess. I can't do anything fancy, but I can chip away at him.
All right.
That's the end of that.
That's the end of that. So
You get these awesome cards that just cost too much.
Yeah. And so, like, as much as I want to keep enhanced spider in play and stuff, like, the thing that makes sense is to put Nick Fury out, right?
After Nick Fury enter plays, remove 2 threat from a scheme, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage to an end. I mean, yes, that does. You can just have Nick Fury pound on Sandman for a little bit and get a bunch of cards, or yeah.
Although usually I do that. I guess. Oh, yeah, I don't like any of this.
Nick Fury does 4 damage. Nick Fury, when you take Nick Fury out, you can remove 2 threat from the scheme, which is nice. Draw 3 cards, which is also nice. Or deal 4 damage to an enemy, which is also nice. But at the end of the turn, Nick Fury disappears, as Nick Fury does.
Right.
because
So
he's done.
normally I like to use him as a blocker, but that doesn't work against the Sandman.
No, it does not.
So the other thing that I could do to make it a little cheaper. Oh, that doesn't make any sense though.
No,
All right.
you also have webbed up, which just sort of is
and
useful to stand.
I think that's more useful than Nick Fury, honestly.
Well, yeah, because it gives us a lot of it gives us a round where we don't have to worry about Sandman pounding on us.
Right. All right. So again, the general rule with Spider-Man is when you have a web kick, use it. When you have a webbed up, use it. So threat is okay. So now I'm just going to attack for 2.
Okay.
Okay. So ready cards and draw.
Okay. 1, 2. Oh, George Stacy! I finally see ya. So what the heck does George Stacy do? Events attached to George Stacy may be played as if they were in your hands. Action: exhaust George Stacy. Attach one event from your hand face down here to a maximum of 3. So George Stacy is a way to get events out for cheap.
Well, it's not so much cheap, but to save them.
Yeah.
Save them up, because events are what triggers like the web bracelets and the yeah. And Ticket to the Multiverse.
Okay. Remove Ticket to the Multiverse. Action: remove Ticket to the Multiverse from the game. Discard your hand. Shuffle your discard pile into your deck and draw it up to your hand size. And ready each Spider-Gwen card you control. Okay.
So a reason that could be useful is you're running low on cards. And remember, when we have to reshuffle our deck, we get an extra encounter card.
Ah. But it's also worth 2. Web binding.
It is.
Web binding. Hero interrupt. When an enemy would activate, cancel that activation. If a minion's activation was canceled, deal 4 damage. So that's useful. I don't know what to do now. Well, it's the villain's phase, so...
right. So also, if you... Oh, here you go. So if you use Ticket to the Multiverse as a 2 energy, when you flip over, that's how you get it. That's what that's all about.
Okay, yeah. I see. Right. I see what that is all about. Okay. Except there's nothing that's going to help me this round, unfortunately. But, all right.
Okay. So, the villain turn. Add 2 to the threat. I remembered.
Okay.
Then he activates against you, which would be an attack, but he's webbed up, so that comes off, and a stun comes on. You don't have any minions to deal with, so that ends the activation. Then he comes after me, but he's stunned, so that comes off. I don't have any minions, so that's good.
All right. Now the encounter cards.
Yeah.
This is less good.
This is less good.
All right. So let's see what I have.
That's right. You go first because you're first player.
Okay. Sand Smash. Sandman attacks with attack +1. Boy, do I want to burn things or so he would do. Oh, he would do 4 plus a boost card, and I
That's
can
right.
defend for 3. But too many thoughts. So my thoughts are, if I use web binding, which would cancel the activation, then I could activate my bracelet and automatically get a card that would be useful. But then I would have to spend Ticket to the Multiverse. If I spent Ticket to the Multiverse, then I can't get a lot out beyond that, although maybe that other card would be useful.
Right. But if I may,
yes, okay, you may.
if you use Ticket to the Multiverse and George Stacy to pay for stuff, you can get them back.
Yeah.
And if you take damage from the Sandman,
Yeah, okay. Yep,
we're going to be discarding 4 of these cards, and we're going to get the acceleration token. That might not be the worst thing. We're doing okay.
No, you have convinced me. Ticket to the Multiverse is coming out. I'm paying it with it for our web bindings turning out. When any would activate...
Oh, wait. Problem.
Okay.
Web binding has a requirement. You have to use a tech, and you don't have any text in your hand.
Okay. Well, that was all a great plan.
Yeah.
Ugh. It does have a tech requirement. Well, then I'm just going to defend, and we're going to get hosed.
Yes, we are.
I can't do anything about it.
All right, so reveal a boost.
Okay.
Other side.
That's encounter.
So you're starting at 4. You get hit for 5. Minus 3 is 2.
Yeah. Okay, and I discard the boost. And I discard the encounter.
Yeah. And so City Streets goes to 4.
Yeah.
And then we're going to discard 1, 2. Flip those over. Shuffle them up. Drop. And there. 3, 4. After an acceleration token is placed on this scheme, deal 3 indirect damage to the first player.
Oh,
Okay.
that's me.
That is you.
Okay. Ow. I'm going to need to heal.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
So,
Any of that.
let's see what I got. Now or never. Peril. While you are resolving this card, other players cannot help you. When revealed, choose. Place 1 acceleration token on the main scheme or exhaust a character you control and spend 1 resource of any type. So I will exhaust Spider-Man. Oh, this is unfortunate. I will... Oh, this annoys me. I hate when you have multiple of the like the 2 resource ones.
Mm-hmm.
I only want 1 in the hand at any time.
Yeah.
Because it wastes a double resource.
Right. So, and I really wanted to get the web shooter out,
Yeah, that's...
but I think I can't. You know what? Okay, we're going to get rid of the Avengers Mansions. It's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. So, exhaust a character you control and spend 1 resource of any type. All right. So, that was deeply unpleasant.
Yep.
But that ends the villain phase. I become the first player.
Okay.
Did I hear a flipping on your side?
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have read it in my character yet.
Right.
That's right.
Alright, so I don't have enough that I can do. Is the beat cop useful? One threat from a scheme. Man. I don't like this choice at all. Alright, so I'm gonna use the beat cop to pay for... No. I'm gonna use Power of Justice to pay for the web shooter. No, because that's limited. Oh, that's limited. Ah! Oh, man. Oh. Oh, this is not a good hand. This is not a good hand. Alright, so we're just going to brace the fact that it's a bad hand. We're going to put this here. I got 3 counters on it. That's all I can do.
Yeah, I'm not great either. So I'm trying to figure out how to do things. Okay. I need one more card. I just need one more card. And if I could play if I could play an interrupt or a response, I could get one more card, but I don't have any interrupts or responses that I can play. So that's annoying. So we're going to use Ticket to the Multiverse to pay for the Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
We're going to then exhaust Across the Spider-Verse, which says, search your discard pile for a Web Warrior and put it into play. Then choose a player that may... that player may spend 3 resources to repeat that ability.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Okay, so I'm... Oh, why are you doing this? I don't know how... This is going to take forever. Is there a search button on here?
Here, let me help you.
Okay.
So, Web Warriors. Web Warriors. What do we have here? Where are they? There's one.
Yeah, I know Miles Morales is in there, and that's...
There we go. I think that's all.
There's Silk. I don't think Silk is that great. So, yeah, we're going to put Miles Morales into play. And then we're going to spend all 3 of these to put Hobie Brown into play.
Did we forget to do his special when he was defeated?
We did get to do his special when he was defeated.
Oh.
All right, well, that was stupid. We're way too far down the line to mulligan that one.
So also, you put... hold on. You put Hobie into play first.
Right, yes. Because Miles Morales has a number of Web Warriors.
No. You need 3 Web Warriors. Never mind. Oh, wait. You do.
I am a Web Warrior.
You are a Web Warrior.
Yes.
So you can stun and confuse an enemy.
I will stun and confuse Sandman.
All right. Now I'm feeling good again.
Okay, so that means for 2 attack, he doesn't attack, right?
So it means that we will block 1 attack and 1 thwart.
Oh, okay.
Which also means, yep.
That's good because I'm switching over to my alternate identity because I got wrecked. And while we're at it, The scheme is at 5. I would like to do the shifting sands thing, but that's not gonna happen.
Well, you can only do that with your hero.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. It wasn't gonna happen. Do I do the? Do I do the? Yeah. To do the things that they're best at.
Okay.
So, Miles Morales is going to attack for 2.
Alrighty.
And he takes a damage. Hobie Brown has a better thwart, so he's going to thwart for 2, and he takes 2 damage.
Alright.
And I did no interrupts, so
Yeah.
that's nothing. And that's the end of my turn.
Alright. So, you flipped to Gwen Stacy.
Uh-huh.
You don't need to exhaust her to use her action.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to heal.
No. You do have to exhaust to use a basic action, like recover. But you don't have to exhaust to use her special action to get either ticket.
Such as Ticket to the Multiverse, I will take back into my hand.
Right.
I did not. Okay. Thank you for explaining that. I would have had no idea. So we can. Gwen Stacy has the ability choose either to shuffle Ticket from the Multiverse from your. Choose either to shuffle Ticket from the Multiverse from your discard pile into your deck.
All right.
Or ready, George Stacy.
All right. So it doesn't go into your hand; it goes into your deck.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
It's still good to have done.
Yes.
All right. So we go to the villain activation. We go back to 5, 6 because we have an acceleration token. Then he activates starting with me, the first player. I'm in hero form, so his stunned comes off. Then he's going to scheme because you're in your alter ego, but he's confused, so that's going to come off. And then we go to encounter cards. Nope. Actually, we're going to reset and draw up our hand limit.
Oh, that's right.
But all right.
I am now getting to the point where Ticket of the Multiverse would be useful. There it is.
And strength, but not a lot. Oh, okay. So you got yourself a ghost kick.
A ghost kick, yeah. That's useful. Strength is useful. Return the favor. Discard cards from the top of the deck until you reach Treachery. Reveal the Treachery. Deal 5 damage. Plan B. Play under a player's control. Max 1 per play. Exhaust Plan B and discard one random card for your hand to deal 2 damage to the enemy. That doesn't seem very useful. And then bait and switch. The villain attacks. Remove 4 threat from the scheme. Again, that doesn't seem...
I mean, that's when you have a lot of threat that you need to get rid of and you're doing okay on your health. Right?
Yeah.
Or if you got good defense. Or you have a lot of allies that can take the damage if you're not dealing with the Sandman.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we did all the other stuff and we resolve encounter cards. An assault! The villain attacks you. So do I have anything that's going to help me now? This is okay. Okay, so I draw a card into my hand because the villain's attacking me. So he's doing 3. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to take it this time.
Okay.
We're doing okay. Ooh. Yeah, I don't have a lot of choice, actually. All right. Threat or Menace. That's nice. So I don't take any extra damage. So I take 3. Which is going to bring me down to 7 there. And then this happens. But now I'm not as concerned because it's going to be a little while before we have to deal with that.
Unless we forget about it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
Let's see what I got. I hate these guys, and he's now very tough with that shifting sands. He is
all right.
now really tough. All right.
So, go ahead and take the first player.
Okay, take the first player. So, first thing, I'm going to heal.
Yep.
Seven, that's still kind of low. Now, what the heck am I doing?
We're at the point where we should just be doing a lot of damage, but we don't have our lot of damage cards out.
Yeah. So I have 7 cards left. That means... Okay. That means I could use Ticket to the Multiverse one more time, and it would come up in the next hand, right? Because that would be 8, and I would get it. I wouldn't get more than 8 cards, even if I used my web bracelets. Okay, so what can I do with that? Nothing. So that's.
So I think we're at a point where Return the Favor is okay. Because that will do 5 damage.
Yep. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, let's start off. That's a hero action, though. I would have to be in hero form.
True.
And that's a hero response.
Yeah, so you're not going to be able to fire...
Do I just hope that I can survive the damage?
Well, you have nothing that you can spend Ticket to the Multiverse on. And get it back into your deck. Or you may play it.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So, I was talking about, do I switch to my hero form so that I can use Return the Favor and Ghost Kick, which would be a total of 11 damage.
Okay, so if you do 11 damage with them, you can also do 11, 12, 13, 14 with your allies.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Is there only 2 stages to Sandman?
Yep.
Oh.
Problem is, I can do. He would be left with 1. We'd be left with 1 damage.
We're not pulling your weight, Rob.
No, I am not.
Well, let's go for broke. Okay, so I'm going to flip to my hero form. I'm going to play Return the Favor. Search the deck for a treachery card, and then deal 5 damage. I am going to only Silk is the only web warrior I have left in there, right?
Yeah.
So I am going to use Across the Spider-Verse, get Silk out here. No, I have Spider-Man UK. Oh, because I used money to spend for him. Yeah, so I'll get Spider-Man UK out like that. So I spent ticket to the Return the Favor is a hero action, right?
Yeah.
All
right, so you did. Okay, so you did Return the Favor. I discarded treachery cards, and you dealt 5 damage to the villain.
Okay.
So that brings him to 12.
Okay. Then I did Across the Spider-Verse, which is an action.
Okay.
And that allows me to pull.
There we go.
Pull Spider-Man UK from the deck.
Right.
Then I am going to use Strength. Nope. I'm 1 short.
For what?
For the Ghost Kick. If I want to get Silk out here.
You can't use the Ghost Kick because you have to use a basic power and you're exhausted. Well, I guess you could defend.
I will defend, and then I will be using the Ghost Kick. But that's...
Yeah, so...
But right now, I could get Silk out, who can do 1 extra damage. And discard a treachery card. I don't know if that's really useful.
Well, okay, so hold on a second. So at the moment, Sandman is at 12.
Okay.
So if you attack with your allies, that does 5, which brings him down to what? 12 minus 5 is 7, right?
Okay.
Then on my turn, I can do 2 damage to him.
Yes.
Which brings him to 5.
Spider-Man UK, when he defends, does damage equal to the number of Web Warrior cards you control. So he's going to do... I'll use him to defend.
Right, because at that point, Sandman will only be at 1 damage. You can use either UK or the Ghost Kick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, yes. So we'll do that. And then we'll use Miles. Oh, wait.
Yep, they all have to attack.
No, but if I attack with Hobie Brown, then he will defend for 3 instead of 4.
Well, if you attack with everyone, you just have to do 1 point of damage on your defense.
All right, fine. So we will attack with Miles Morales.
Oh, actually, yeah. No, this is gonna be good. Okay.
Oh, because when he leaves play, he does more damage. Okay,
so,
attack with Miles Morales.
So that brings us to 10.
Miles Morales does 2. I'll attack, and Miles Morales takes a point for that. I will attack with Spider-Man UK, and Spider-Man UK attacks for 2.
Okay, so that brings Sandman to 8.
And he gets...
Hold on. Okay, hold on, please.
Yep.
So that was UK?
Yes.
Okay. And now?
Okay, now Hobie Brown will attack for 1, and he will die and leave play. When Hobie Brown leaves play, discard the top 3 cards from the encounter deck. Damage the villain equal to the number of boost icons discarded this way.
Alright, so here we go. 2. 2, 3. So that brings him to 4.
You need to do 1 point of damage to him. Or
All
I
right.
can just use the ghost kick, I guess. That would work too.
All right. So are you doing anything else on your turn?
Nothing else I can do. Oh wait, I
Actually,
could...
if you wanted to be a real, yeah, you could do Plan B.
I
So
guess
that
do plan B.
because that will bring him to 2, and then my Spider-Man can defeat him.
Yeah, but then I can't. I definitely can't use the ghost kick.
But we'll have 1.
The
So you don't need to use the ghost kick
ghost kick
if
is
we win.
cool, dude.
You want to use the ghost kick?
No, it's fine. I'm not using the stupid ghost kick. Stupid plan B. I'll pay for plan B with... Fine, you have no sense of drama, sir, but I'll pay for it with bait and switch. And then I will exhaust plan B. And I have to discard a random card here.
Yeah.
I'll just put them on... stop. I'll press shuffle once, I guess.
Yep.
And so I discard the ghost kick. And plan B does 2 damage.
Yep. So that brings him down to 2.
Okay.
And then on my turn, I just attack.
Stealing my kill, man. You're stealing my kill. Dude.
And yet again, the end of this game. This is my one criticism of this game is that the end is always sort of mathed out like that and feels unexciting.
Yes, it does. You want to win with a ghost kick.
Yeah.
Is there anything
But even
else?
when you win with the ghost kick, by the time you win with the ghost kick, you know you're winning.
Yeah.
Right? There's no exciting final roll.
Yeah.
There's no, it's just, it's, do you, at best, it's do you survive the villain phase, right? That can be the dicey bit. And then you either know that you win or you're not. Oh. But,
Okay, so I was just looking through Gwen Stacy's cards. Before we go out,
yeah.
there is a card. Team up Gwen Stacy's and Miles Morales. Max 1 per deck. What does that mean?
So that means you can only play that card if you control both Gwen Stacy and Miles Morales are in play.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you have him out, you could play it and heal the damage.
Oh, so you can heal Miles Morales. I see.
As well as Gwen. Or if instead of playing Peter Parker, I was playing Miles.
Mm-hmm. I could heal
Me.
I
Yeah.
see.
So even though you, at that point, you wouldn't be able to have your copy of Spider-Man Miles Morales into play because they're both unique.
Yeah.
But you could use Young Love now because they are both in play.
Okay.
Or for that matter, if you were playing like an aggression deck and I was playing protection and brought out Miles myself,
Yeah.
it would still work that way.
Okay. I was just curious. I wanted to see any other weird Spider-Gwen cards, so I went through and I saw that. But yeah. But I interrupted. The one problem of the game is the ending is math.
Yeah.
The ending is okay, time to get our spreadsheets out. If this person does this and this person does this, then we get it. But up until that point, it is very fun. You know, it feels very superhero-y because you're constantly scrambling to stay ahead of all this stuff.
Right.
And
it's not, I wouldn't even say that it's not unfun. It's just anticlimactic.
Yes.
So I do feel, so in this new expansion, it comes with a campaign. Sandman is the first scenario in that campaign. I didn't feel overly threatened by him. It did feel like a puzzle we had to work out, but unless I did something wrong, we weren't generating a whole lot of threat. I guess if we got another one of these, we would have been.
Yeah.
His cities, we got what saved us was your web ups. I mean, if we're going to talk about the MVP of this game,
that's because Spider-Man is awesome.
It's that web up ability to take the villain out for both players for an entire round.
Yeah.
And it's just that gives you so much breathing room.
Yeah, especially since there weren't a whole lot of minions. Yeah. Like if we had that and the right,
Yeah, well, when the Rhino came out and I had a Sand clone and the Rhino, I was feeling really under pressure there.
Yeah.
It was like, oof, I got too many things on me. I can't do anything. So, especially since Spider-Gwen seems to be optimized for response.
Yeah.
It's you always want Spider-Gwen to react to things.
Yep.
And if she can't go into her Spider-Gwen form, or Ghost Spider, I'm going to call her Spider-Gwen. I do understand that Spider-Gwen is a horrible hero name because it has your alternate identity right in the name. So Ghost Spider does make a lot more sense. It's just this is the first I ever heard of that. And she doesn't look like a ghost. Also,
is Ghost Spider a type of spider?
Probably.
I wonder.
There's a Ghost Pepper.
Well, there you have it.
Ghost Spider. Well, no, I searched for it, and it's just the character.
All right.
But there's nothing ghosty about her, so I feel like okay. Technically, Gwen Stacy is dead in the main universe, so there is a ghost aspect to that.
Okay.
I can sort of see the logic there, in that she's actually dead in the Prime timeline. But when we were playing this game, you said, "Oh, one thing you should know about Ghost Spider Gwen Stacy is that she's from an alternate timeline." I'm like. And I said, "Who in the Marvel universe isn't these days?" I mean, I swear the immigration forms in the Marvel universe have just got to be nightmares. It's just like, country of residence, dimension of residence.
Right.
How long have you existed in multiple universes at once? I can't imagine the bureaucracy on that, but. This is always fun, Rob.
Yes, and I'm so glad we got to do this. I can't tell you how long I've been waiting for proper Spider-Man villains. I mean, I might even end up breaking out my physical copy and playing this again. Who knows? I don't have time for that. Yeah. But I really enjoyed playing this. If you want, maybe we'll even consider playing through the campaign over time. See how that works, or just keep on playing some Marvel Champions. I do enjoy this. I enjoy playing it with you.
Well, tell you what, let's see what you're going to put this up on the YouTube channel, right?
I am.
Let's see what the response to the YouTube video is. Okay, guys out there, if you want us to continue here, you're going to have to actually talk to us on YouTube. That is my challenge to you. Granted, I shouldn't have said this at the end of the video. You're probably already gone.
So yeah, if you want to see more of this, give us a like, or heaven forbid, give us a comment. Let us know if you want to see us try out different heroes in the campaign. If you want us to play the campaign, let us know what you think, because we'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to have you involved in this. So thank you to everyone who is watching the Twitch stream. Oax, Alien Gathering, Denkin Around, Edelina, Grafmau, who am I missing here? Happy Fish, Rogue 1 RL, We Love Marbles. Welcome, We Love Marbles. Thank you all for sticking with us. And feel free to shout out. Let us know how you think about what we did. And I hope to see you again. We normally we stream Eldritch Horror Thursdays at 8:30. We're going through a campaign to play every great old one in that with a couple other friends of ours. But if you're interested in seeing more of this, let us know, because we do enjoy playing it. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Eric, thank you for being here. And we'll catch you next time. Have a good night, everyone.